Okay.
Gaston? You know, I mean, you've already talked about Gaston. Yeah. And then there was my father. You already talked about him. Oh, you know, you should talk about John Sloan. Tell him about John Sloan. He did a lot for you in your life.
Yeah. He came to buy a popcorn pack in Beck's Theater. He never had to buy another one again. Because he said, gee, because I told him I was going to go to Houston to the dog show with Mr. Dillon, remember the dog? Zinni, remember? I was training him. And he said, gee, I wish I could go with you because I live right in Port Arthur, Texas. I said, well, you should, but he couldn't because he was an airman over in Biggs, Air Force Base. He was killer as a button. But I thought he was just like a son to me. You know, like a little brother, you know, something. One of the kids that was coming around the theater. Then I got to know him and he said, let's go to the, we have a circus down here. And he said, let's go to the circus. And let's take Danny and the kids, Armando kids, everybody. And we went. We did go. He took us. You don't remember?
No.
He wasn't sure there. He was a real fella. And was coming around here, and your father was always saying, what is he following you around for? He was like your puppy dog. He called him my puppy dog all the time, and I didn't know he was a puppy dog. He was following me over at the credit union when I was working for him. I don't know why, man. Anyway. And then he gave me a beautiful poem, which it was destroyed, you know. Somebody took it over the credit union. You know, the night of the circus, they put into the circus. He gave me the poem. With love, John, you know, John Swan. And I said, gee, there's something here. And one day he kissed me. And I said, I'm going to kiss him back, hell. I don't care if your daddy sees it or not. And I kissed him back and I liked it. I liked it. He was the best kisses I kissed. I just told Gaston, you know. My beautiful Gaston. And then, you know, went on and on and on, and I finished working for him, you know. He's married with 10 children now, and he's happily married, so I hope he stays with me married.
Okay. Then after that was Joe, wasn't it? Or Tom Rebel? Tom Rebel?
Yeah. He was a mess. He was coming over to the club, to my Golden Forest, with a couple of his friends, remember? Mike and whatever his name is. And they were getting drunk all the time. And we played pool together, and we got to like each other. But by then, you know, I was just about divorced from your dad, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to go out with him or anything, because then I found out he was married. But the marriage wasn't doing too good, the way I could see it. I understood, you know, I didn't know. Because if he was there and drinking instead of home, there was a problem, I thought. But I ignored him, you know, I avoided him. And then he got divorced. Nobody took me to his home, to his wife. His wife cooked dinner for me. Do you remember that?
When you went to New Orleans? No.
No.
Where did you go?
To the apartments over here in Fort Bliss.
Oh.
He took me over there because we were friends, you know. And his wife was there. She cooked ham with all the trimmings and everything. She's a country girl. She was good cooking. Good cooking, good food. And I enjoyed myself with the 2 children, the 2 girls that they had, too. And then they got a divorce, and he asked me to go out with him, and we started going out a little bit. And then I went with him over to his hometown when he was going overseas to Germany. Remember? I went, we drove, and then I flew back
Where'd you go?
to his grandmother's house
Where did she live?
in South Carolina.
Okay.
And he took me over to Kings Mountain in South Carolina, where all the English were fighting and everything, all the dead, oh, it was terrible. I felt so bad. He felt the spirit of the dead over there. And I told myself, let's get out of here. I feel that the spirits are all over here. You could feel it. Look, I got goosebumps all over me. Look, feel it. Really, then you feel it. There were thousands of men who got killed as they slaughtered each other. You know. And then, you know, I drove to New York because he was going to take his car overseas. And then we said goodbye, and I flew back. He took me on a plane. I flew back to El Paso. And then he came back to see me after he came back from Germany. That was for my birthday, and we had a party. And he came and he left. I never heard from him again. He said, was not meant to be.
Then came little Joe.
Oh, yeah, little Joe. Oh, poor little Joe. He was so beautiful, so cute. He was coming to my bar, and he was asking for a ride to take him home because he didn't have a car. And he paid some money. I said, hey, looky here, man. I said, you pay me, I'll take you home. So he started paying me, and I was taking him home. Because he was coming over to the club. He was very secluded to himself. You know, very proud of himself. He was very stout, like a little giant. But he was little, and we called him Little Joe, because we already had a big Joe as a bartender there. And he was adorable. And we fell in love, because I fell in love with that man. I really did.
Which Joe are you talking about?
Little Joe.
Okay.
Who house you think Bertino? No, he was not my type. No, not Big Joe. No way in the world. Little Joe. Yeah, Little Joe was not a pass-through thing, because it was the real thing for me. I really cared for him. I still do. I still do more than anyone that I ever known. Even Gaston, because, you know, we didn't have much. I was much too young when I knew him. It was wonderful, but Little Joe really loved me, and I loved him. I mean, I didn't care if the sun shined or not, as long as there was Joe. I was shining and gloating, and I was in seventh heaven when I knew Joe. I loved Joe. Except he had his drinking problem, and it was pretty bad, you know, and he was going